Hi, I'm Jeff Sumi, a family practice doctor here in Edmonds, Washington, and I'm with Chris of the Edmonds Pharmacy.
Hi.
And Chris actually just launched a second pharmacy here in the city of Edmonds. His second pharmacy is something called a compounding pharmacy. And Chris, could you tell us a little bit what a compounding pharmacy is?
Compounding pharmacy is something that specific patient needs. For example, take the Vicodin has a Tylenol, 500 milligrams of regular Tylenol in it, which is for some patients that may not be able to tolerate because of their liver conditions or whatnot. So we can accommodate those kind of situations without Tylenol in it. We can just compound hydrocodone extended release capsules in our capsule machine and in our precision weighing machine, weigh all the ingredients what needed for the compounding. And also we can also do the lactose intolerant people that could, without lactose as an additive or filler in a capsule, and also for any specific chronic pain conditions on the topicals like ketamine gel or anything like that, which is commercially not available. But studies shows ketamine gel topical was really effective pain relief rather than taking a lot of tablets to make the pain go away.
And that's why, especially if they have like ulcers and things like that, you could probably get by with more topicals. So that way it'd be less irritating to the stomach.
Diclofenac, and one of the good example for that is diclofenac, clonidine, the combination of those ointments or gels that we can make. And in our other room with the cream machine and gel, and then we can seal it, and then these are all being tested by the PCCA and being certified, and it's been an accuracy of 99.9%.
Wow, okay, that's pretty good.
And we have a backup of Eagle testing laboratories that we send a sample to, and then they analyze it, and then they give us a certification what is our purity levels are, not 99% or 99.9 what it is. So we know what it is, and we have our literature to back up what we are doing.
That's great. So I guess you were also mentioning that you can help us out with our four-legged friends.
Yes, we can make a doggy treats.
That's great.
Which they love it, which is with a meat flavor in it.
I know with my dog, I always try to put it in the hamburger and a hot dog, and always worry I'm going to lose a finger.
Yes, you don't have to worry about that. We have the special doggy treats. We call doggy treats. We can put whatever the medication, for example, cephalexin, if you want to give an antibiotic to your dog, which is the smell is awful smell of the cephalexin, which can be masked by this doggy treats. We can put those cephalexin into the doggy treats, incorporate and make those custom made. In a sense, this is a custom preparations for the animals or for human beings, which the way they wanted to take.
That's great. Well, I know it's interesting because when I started in practice in the early 90s, compounding pharmacy you really didn't see. And it was one of those things that was kind of rare, and I know Dad always told me that when he was in practice it was pretty common. He could write a prescription and the pharmacist could mix up whatever he wanted for certain creams for dermatology conditions, and now it seems like we're starting to see a trend back to people wanting to get compounding more specifically, and I think the science is probably better for it as well, don't I?
Because we have a very good research and development in this area before, because of the FDA, Food and Drug Administration involved, any kind of preparations that we make. So we have a lot of literature backup to the FDA. We can only make it to the particular patient. We cannot make it in like a huge batches or anything like that, particular creams or anything. It's just specific to the specific patient needs and to their allergy tolerance of the inactive ingredients or whatnot. That is the advantage of the compounding.
That's great.
And it also helps a lot of kids with the different conditions that they could not tolerate the dyes in the regular syrups or suspensions which they come with. which we can mask those ones or take those kind of dyes out. And
Well, that's a big thing, especially with parents with kids that don't like taking pills. You can actually make them into lollipops or
yes,
different
we can do
flavors.
that.
You can do that.
We can do that. We can do the lollipops. We can do flavor medications, especially for the autistic kids, because they have a very sensitivity to the dyes, autistic kids, and it is very hard to give a medication to a autistic kid unless you experience an autistic children by yourself. Then you would know how difficult it is to give a medication to the autistic kid. And we can do it in a form of a lollipop or a suckers, or we can flavor in the form they like it, because the moms knows which flavor the kid likes, and then we can put that particular flavor in that, which is usually the manufacturers in a bulk. They may not be able to make that particular flavor.
Okay. Well, that's great. Well, thank you very much, Chris. That
Thank
really
you.
kind of helps kind of
Yep.
educate me on just how the difference between compounding and a regular pharmacy. So
Thank
it's
you.
good. Well,
It's
thanks
my
a lot.
pleasure.
Well, thank you.
Yep.